Hey everybody, welcome back to the regular return of members of the RV Nerd Herd. And as I look at this RV behind me, it kind of makes me laugh. It's that trend of what is old is suddenly new again. We all remember bell-bottom jeans. Well, when I was a kid in high school, they came back, but they were called flares. When I started in the RV industry, this floor plan was really popular. It was called the J-Flight 28 BHS. And it's really funny how it's actually gone all the way back through the RV time cycle, and like a phoenix has been rebirthed as the new 265 BHS. It's a smart floor plan. I always liked it. I was always surprised it didn't maintain more popularity for a while, because this gives us a private bedroom. This is a true queen bedroom, by the way. Some of the J-Flights are short queens. This is true queen, private true queen bedroom, taller floor to ceiling height here. It also has some campsite window coverage that so many bunkhouses lack. It gives us double over double bunks, a sofa, and a dinette with a private bedroom just about 30 feet. Technically just over, but basically 30 foot long with good awning space, a little mini camp convenience station where if you want to add a grill or a griddle, you could kind of call it an outside camp kitchen, and a bunch of other good things. This is a pretty cool, pretty awesome floor plan that packs a lot of punch into a small space. It's the kind of RV that I also feel like if you're a grandpa and grandma, and maybe sometimes you're gonna have the grandkids, but not always, this is a really good camper because the bunks don't feel like you're sacrificing a ton of camper if they're not in use. And there's some floor plans that if you're not using the bunks, it just really feels like you're giving up half the RV, you know? You got a walkable roof on this. It's prepped for cameras and ladders and solar and all kinds of other things. But I'm really excited to see what you think about this one. Now, I'm going to go through it, share good, bad, ugly with everything in between. And if you appreciate the candid, transparent approach, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. And I need to ask just a little moment of understanding from you folks. To you, this is just the next video. It just came out one video a day. For me, this is like video number 12 in a series of like 5 days of making like 12 videos a day. I'm beat. So if my brain can't brain, that's what's up. First of all, right next to the entry door, I want to point this out. This handy little like multi-level, I don't know, shoe shelf, hat shelf with a little flip-flop shop garage down below. Those little kind of entry mini bureau stands, those things are so handy. Especially having some power outlets right there. Nice little, like you could have your phone charging just inside the door. You know, maybe you're just wearing a Speedo for the day, so you don't really have a place to put the phone. I don't know. I don't know your life. Maybe that's the case. I'm not even sure. We also have a taller ceiling and a J-Flight. They're 6'9" tall. And central air on this guy right here. Because you're figuring you've got a private bathroom, private bedroom. If you don't get that air flowing around, you're going to be just absolutely sweating to death inside this thing. Now, they did an interesting thing here on some of the floor plans. Some of the SLXs don't have floor heating vents, and this one does. I haven't exactly gotten clarity as to why. A lot of the RVs that I'm looking at right now are also prototypes, so either they maybe didn't have a place that they could duct the heating, or they just haven't removed floor vents yet. I'm not really sure. And with all the, there's a lot of dealers here. This is a dealer display. They're making, they have a lot of appointments with other dealers, the Jayco staff, so I may not be able to get clarity on that before this video comes out. So I guess if you're curious about that, if you call our dealership, just ask, you know, hey, what kind of heat vents does the thing have or something like that. And our folks can actually eyeball one into production for you. Now, this doesn't include a television. An SLX is a little more basic series camper, but they do prep for it. So if you do want to add one for some rainy day sanity time, it's positioned right over here across from the sofa, which is nice. And this is one of the major calling cards this floor plan, you know, because there's a lot of other RVs that have a sofa, a dinette, double bunks, and a private bedroom. This one gives us a very social seating arrangement where you're really looking at and talking to one another. It also gives us campsite window coverage and a private bedroom that's a true queen. So to me, again, those are the major calling card factors of this RV. Now this is an SLX, which is the little brother J-Flight, not the big brother full flight, as it were. So you have far more limited coverage, window coverage rather, around like bunk spaces. You do thankfully have the same construction. They don't cheapen up the construction between the series. Like you still have 600-pound rated bunks, each rated for 600 pounds of sleeping weight. which translates into 400 pounds of cargo weight, by the way. A lot of people don't realize that that doesn't exactly translate into the same thing. You know what? As long as I'm staring at this, let's go ahead and start cracking stuff open and giving you a few more details. So you got those upper cabinets right there. The dinette can certainly fold down into a sleeper. It also has a little bit of storage below it, but you might notice that there's like water pumps and furnace and stuff down there. So you got to be careful not to smash too much cargo into that sucker. Now, next to the bunks, between the bunks and the dinette, that's actually like your pantry space or dresser space. That is one of the tricks with this RV. It's really intended to be more of a weekender. So some of the personal storage solutions are a little bit more limited. You know, there's other floor plans that can provide more storage, but typically they're longer, heavier, more expensive. This is a neat little in-betweener. It kind of fits right in between a no-slide bunkhouse and a super slide bunkhouse. If you look at it, it kind of technically has a super slide where it's a sofa and a fridge and a stove, you know? It's a kind of like a three-piece, interesting sofa galley super slide. The RV industry used to use the marine term galley all the time, and it just eventually became kitchen. But that's what this was traditionally called over here, because that's all in the slide out. But notice how they pulled the stove and the fridge and everything forward so that it's kind of flush mount with that really deep slide. That way you don't accidentally cold cock yourself. Like if you're not paying attention, you go to reach in the fridge and smack your head on the slide fascia. You won't have that happen now because they actually brought everything down lower. The toilet space in this is absolutely fantastic. There's no problems there. Very hip, shoulder, elbow friendly. We are in a Indiana-produced model right now, and one of the dead giveaways to that is they have just a mirror glued on the wall, not a medicine cabinet. The Idaho units typically will have a couple extra little details like a medicine cabinet, and I've said this all the time. I really wish they would homogenize the construction. I really wish that the Indiana units had the Idaho standards. One thing I also would like them to do is reinstitute even a small bathroom fan. And I hope you appreciate, again, I'll show you what I call the good with the bad. That feels like one cut too much. I understand this is price focused, but man, some kind of fan in there is nice. What is also nice though is that shower. So here's the thing. Right now you're getting to see how tall it is because I'm a little bit over 6 foot and I can fit in there just fine. What's also nice is they do have some dedicated linen space here, and they actually kind of block part of that off because first of all, you got the shower plumbing behind that wall, but secondly, if it's so deep, you can't actually get to everything. But look at the size of the shower pan. J-Flight does this a lot. They give us really, really big showers. So if you are larger than the average bear and you're tired of RVs whose like showers and bathrooms and stuff don't fit you, you might consider looking through some of the J-Flight lineup because it's one of the things they do very well that I don't really feel they get enough credit for myself, you know. The campsite window coverage here, it does open for airflow, but it's also really nice because like if the kids are screaming bloody murder, you can pop your head, well, not pop your head out the window, I guess you could. You know what, now that okay, hold on, let me back up, stop, collaborate, and listen. Theoretically, you could slide that window open and hand stuff out, but at the same time, if, that door's open, you could just as easily pop stuff out there. Somebody wants to take a look at this, so I'm going to give myself a little break and let them take a peek. Kind of like I try to be respectful of our customers. I try to remember that, this is a dealer display and it's not right for me to like tell someone, no, you can't look at it. I'm recording this. Whatever. I could wait 5 seconds to let them look at the thing. Anyway, the decors, they have condensed and homogenized. They basically are one decor to rule them all now. And that is a floor flush slide. So even in front of the stove, you don't have like a little kitchen toe stubber or anything like that. Kind of nice. Also, look at the location of the kitchen power outlets. Just above that countertop level. Really, really good location for something like that. Tell you what, while we're over here, let's go ahead and take a look at all the kitchen storage, get that all cracked open for you. That is one of those larger 12-volt DC compressor fridges, by the way. The SLXs used to have a little bit smaller fridge. They've gotten a little bit better about that, and I think that it's called this whole package called Envision. Their whole appliance suite in this, I think, has a pretty decent look to it. Now, does it look like a North Point with GE profile appliances? No, but for the money, it looks all right. I also appreciate how it has a pocket door instead of a curtain over here in the bedroom. And bedroom, you'll see, also has some pretty solid cross breeze window coverage and very wide open side stands around a 60 by 80 true queen bed. And I really want to stress that because a lot of your J-Flight SLX models do have the short queens. And this one, again, having a private true queen bed, I think is one of its major kind of, calls and exciting points here. The really wide open side stands on either side of the bed, though, very handy. Like if you like to sling your arm off the bed, or if you feel claustrophobic, you've got a great space to lay down without feeling all boxed in. And obviously the storage is not boxed in, but they at least did put like a 1-inch little lip right there, so that if you want to get some kind of little like wicker basket storage tote things, you can help keep your storage in up there, or not, I don't know, maybe just decorate with it. Taking a look at the rest of the bedroom storage here, one of the things I do really like in this is that the bed is also easy lift, and that is such a handy feature. Again, in this class and price point, a lot of campers don't have that. And I know that I've said in this class and price point a lot, because there's certainly fancier campers. But for the budget of this RV, a lot of the features this has, like a taller ceiling, like the True Queen bed, the easy lift, a lot of times you don't get all that stuff, let alone everything that we're going to talk about outdoors. But one of the other things that's really excellent on this floor plan is the road mode access, because that's a big, deep super slide. You see how, like, when you look at this layout, this floor plan doesn't feel like it has a big space providing super slide, because again, you've got a lot of the kitchen appliances eating up some of the visual negative space. But when it closes, you suddenly realize, oh, actually that really did have a massive impact on this floor plan. But with the slide closed, you can get to the refrigerator, get to the sink, get to your bed, get to your bunks. And hold on, can I open and close the bathroom door? You can! I was wondering if I just had to leave the bathroom door open. So you actually, plus the dining is available. This thing, I'm gonna give it like an A- for road travel access. It provides some excellent travel function here. And not every slide out RV is gonna do that. And something that'll probably be music to a bunch of people's ears, I do think that this loosely qualifies for the generalized category of half-ton towable potential. Now, it really depends on the specific capacities of the half-ton, where you're towing it, all kinds of different factors like that. But the RV is basically 30-foot tip to tail, a little over 7,000 pounds GVW, meaning the actual dry weight is lighter than that. Decent cargo capacity, by the way. That's actually something I'm glad to see Jayco put a little more emphasis on. There were a number of years there where Jayco was really kind of known for having absolute minimal cargo capacity. And it's not that it's like 3,000 pounds of cargo, but I don't know that you even need that on an RV like this. You'd just be paying for bigger, heavier axles that you really don't get the benefit for. But they've gotten smart. They've made the cargo capacity basically, I think, roughly match the size and the storage space of the RV. So they're doing pretty good there. Very nice front pass-through, as you saw. Power tongue jack on the front, doing the tennis elbow crank for you. And look where the entry door is located on this one. Just dead in the middle of the awning. That's like one of the best locations for an entry door, because if it's rainy, you can still come and go in and out of the RV, and it's not a problem, you know? And once again, if you look at this, one of the reasons that you go with this floor plan versus so many of the other ones, even within the Jayco family, is just the campside window coverage. The campside window coverage and a private True Queen bed in a 30-foot bunkhouse is not easy to find. And that's the real signature calling card of this camper right here. Now, it's a little mini camp kitchenette. Like, it's got a propane cooker, hooker, grill kind of connection down below there, but they don't force you into any kind of like crappy 2-burner stovetop that if you can blow the candles out on a happy birthday cake, you're gonna lose your flame, and then you're just, not cooking, which sucks. They let you choose what you want. But if you don't want any kind of outside cooker, you just have storage. There's no problems with that. Now on the back over here, you do have a little cold water sprayer port. You also have a 60,000 BTU tankless on-demand water heater, so you can take some back-to-back hot showers without anyone having to do the chilly willy routine. By the way, fellas, if you want to hop in, please don't let me hold you up. Sorry, we're at a live dealer display, and I don't want anyone to like feel like they can't get in something just because I'm walking around the camera. Hopefully, they're not wanted by the FBI. I don't know. Let's work our way around the back here. I do want to point out how they are still including a spare tire, and that seems like a really dumb thing to talk about, but the number of RVs, especially when you're price sensitive, that don't include a spare tire, it's kind of shocking, really, still, you know. Black tank flush, hot, cold, outside, camp shower, in addition to the cold water sprayer port on the back, so you're getting some double up action right there. She's prepped for a ladder, prepped for a camera, prepped for solar. You can add a 200-watt solar package from the factory, but the factory doesn't offer any sort of camera or ladder. We can assist you with that stuff at the store, though. That's easy. Let me check the sewer connections here. Oh, crap. This is a split sewer connection. So this is our bathroom black and gray tank up here. I'll show you where the kitchen gray tank outlet is up front. That's probably why the gray water capacity reading on this one seems weirdly high, because it actually has 2 gray tanks instead of 1. You're like, why would they have so much more gray water than the black and the fresh? Well, that's why, because there's 2 tanks. Now this space right here, you know, they just didn't want it to go to waste, basically, because if you look at this, this is a full deep rack and pinion slide. And if if they push the refrigerator back against the sidewall, or the fridge and the stove, it would make the RV look bigger, but you'd smack your head on that slide fascia every time you wanted to get up there. So they pulled that stuff forward, which maybe makes the interior of the RV look smaller, but it also keeps you from getting concussed, and it adds some bonus storage, which is never a bad thing. And like I said, we do have a second gray outlet up here up front. It's not easy to see. Let me see if I can shed just a little bit of light on the subject. And now that we've seen it, let's move on. And I need to ask a little bit of a favor from you folks, if I could. I'll leave you links in the video description like I always do. The first one will be, if you want to check pricing on this, whether you're serious about getting one or just curious about what they run, it'll be listed right there for you. One click away, never have to pick up the phone, never have to talk to a salesperson, anything like that. But I'm also going to leave some links to some other RVs that have a similar floor plan, like Transcend has a similar floor plan, but I also want you to take a look at the J-Flight 261 BHS instead of the 265. They're both J-Flights, they're both SLXs, they both have a sofa and a dinette and double over double bunks and a private bedroom. The 261, it's a short queen, but it's a big super slide. And the funny thing is, they're both, this and the 261, they're both like 30 feet. I'd love it if you took a look at that and let me know which one you would go with and why, understanding that they're basically the same money. I'd be really curious. I'm just, because J-Flight has so many similar bunkhouses, I'm really trying to figure out like which one is the best one, and I don't think I need to answer that. I think I need to hear it from you folks. So if you're willing to do me that favor, I'd certainly appreciate it. And until next time, if you appreciate how we share the fair information with you, hit that subscribe button, and take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.